Where was the Reserve Bank in terms of regulating the currency when the private banks were actually, what am I saying? The Reserve Bank is also a private bank. Where was the Reserve Bank when commercial banks were manipulating the rand? Was it not the Reserve Bank's job to ensure that this does not happen? So I'm just telling all these Afrikaners who believe that they are beyond persecution, beyond being arrested. I'm just telling you that, like I said, in the Sotho language, it's an African language, we say molato ga o bole, which we mean a crime and a dispute does not expire until it is resolved. Just because the politicians are agreeable to you that you control them through funding and donations, it doesn't mean you're going to get away with it. And even if we have to prosecute your children, we're going to do it. Because I'm telling you, in this age, in this century, in this millennium, justice must be served against anyone who commits a crime. And this thing which the Reserve Bank did through the commercial banks is treason. And a day shall come when we will deliver justice against you. And I know when you look at your bank accounts and the balance, you think, no black person can prosecute us. You're speaking to the wrong black people. There are many black people who can't wait to prosecute you, to put you to the sword. And we will do it. As long as I live, I'm telling you, we will do it. And a day will come when you're not going to believe that actually black people are doing this. Yes, we're going to do it. So don't think that you have gotten away with this. Don't think that because you can bribe the judges, that you can bribe the politicians to look away from the crimes that you have committed during the transition from apartheid to democracy. Don't think that these things are going to be buried forever. They are going to come out. And we are going to get our justice. And these black stooges which we have put between us and you, we will first run them over and render them useless, and then we get to you. And then of course you're going to call your cousins in America and Europe to come to the rescue with violent weapons and bombs. The mistake you're making is that we won't be ready for that. We will be ready for every eventuality. But because your cognitive abilities have been declining for the past 200 years, you are unable to even think that this is possible. Because your cognitive abilities have been declining for centuries. So you're even unable to just consider that this is a possibility. We could really be arrested. We could really be put to the sword of justice. And justice be so violent, but still be righteous. Because the only violence that is approved by God the Father is when the violence is for the execution of justice. That's why God himself promises that in his judgment, he's going to be violent against the likes of the executives of South African commercial banks who committed treason against the people of South Africa, against the democratic project, and against the economy of South Africa. And to let this slide, because it is committed by Afrikaners and other Europeans, will be a crime against the people of South Africa. And God demands recompense. God demands that someone must pay. And those who worship God the Father and serve him must deliver justice for the glory of God, who is not white, by the way, the glory of the black God, whose son is Jesus Christ, who was also black. So those people who are claiming to be the people of the book, since Jesus is black, one of them must be lying. Either the pictures of Jesus being black is a lie, or those people who claim to be the people of the book are lying. But the fact remains, every crime must be accounted for. And you won't see it when it comes. Because you are too full of yourself. Because you believe that only the white man has intelligence. Like I told you, there is going to be some changes in this country. There are going to be some changes in this country. But it is not the changes that you think is going to happen. Because you think you have been directing everything towards the change to make sure that it favors you. And you're not thinking that there are other people also working to make sure that the changes favor them. Because you're too arrogant to think that you could have a position. And you're too arrogant to think that you can be defeated. You're too arrogant to think that even a black man can take you on and put you to the sword and win.